Hi caregivers and families, welcome back. Mrs. Ang here. This week I want to talk to you about some of the work that we've been doing in writing workshop, show you some samples and keep you updated about what we're doing in writing workshop, as well as some tips and ideas and activities that you can do with your little ones at home to build, foster, and develop their oral language. So in writing workshop, lately you've been seeing that your little ones have bring a toy to school. Yes, they get to bring one toy that goes in their backpack, and at writing workshop, we'll take out the toy, we'll write about it, we'll draw pictures of it, we'll label it, and we'll talk about it. It's important for little ones to have something concrete to start with when we're writing and telling. Excuse me. So this is one of the work that one of the students have done. And as you can tell, she had a little piggy puppet. She drew a very nice picture of that piggy puppet. It includes all the parts, and we talk about how writers look at all the parts of the object when we're drawing them. Draw the mouth, the snout, the eyes, and the arms, and then she also drew herself here. The next step after is they're encouraged to label the part. So you can see her little arrows, B for body, and then arm, nose, pig, ear. So you can see that this child is really working hard on labeling all the parts with everything she knows. She might know only one word of the letter, so B for body. She might be able to write down the whole word. If you're drawing at home with your little ones, you can say things like, hey, why don't you take out that little stuffy or the toy that you like, the car that you like. Come, let's do a quick drawing of the car or the toy, and then get them to label the parts. Of course, you're going to be sounding out the words with them together. For example, hey, let's label I. Let's sound out I. I. What did you hear? And at this age, they might tell you the letter I. And you say, great, let's put that down. The fact is that they are associating a sound that to a letter and then putting that out on the page. So this is what one of the child did, and you can tell that she also attempts to write a sentence. At this age, at this point of the year, they might start wanting to write sentences, and this is great. She even told me, it says, I see the pig. So there's a meaning and their oral language attached to their writing. So this is really good work that we're seeing in class. Another piece of work that I'm showing you right now, this child is drawing about her and her cat. As you can see, there's lots of details in the drawing. Some labeling, S for sun, R for rainbow. So at home, when you have some time, take out a piece of paper, draw about your day, draw about a person, maybe mom or dad, and label the different parts of the picture. Okay, so this week I want to talk to you about oral language. Oral language is pretty much the things that we say. So how we talk, the words that we use when we're doing conversation, and oral language is also very important because that's how little ones think. That's how they process. If they don't have the oral language, it's really hard for them to organize their thinking, to process their thinking, and to formulate ideas. So this is a very, very, very crucial stage of their language development. Usually oral language begins before the baby is even born, and as the baby grows up, they hit different milestones. So some of the main ideas and main concepts that I want to share with you today to help your kindergarten is that we need quantity. We also need advanced, more sophisticated language at this age. And as well, I want to let you know that they need to have the repetition. So quantity, what that means is when you talk with your little ones, or even if they're sitting there drawing and you're by yourself doing cooking or your work, they can still hear you. I want you to use lots and lots and lots and lots of work. For example, if your little one is drawing and you're cooking, you might say, hey, I'm cutting my potato. Look, I'm slicing it, and then I'm going to have to put it in a bowl. After that, I'm going to stir it up. So just talk your way through what you're doing. If you're talking with your child, try to include more words. So just adding more words will help your little ones increase the quantity, the number of vocabularies they're learning. And it's very important to know that having a grown-up or a different person talk with them, they will learn words way faster than as opposed to a YouTube video or a TV, because they are getting that person-to-person interaction. So number one, quantity. And this works for babies all the way up to 5-6-year-olds. Talk lots and lots of words. Number two, we're adding more sophisticated language. What that means is at about 4, 5, and 6 of age, they've got a good amount of vocabulary in their head. So what you want to do is introduce more advanced language so that they get a variety of words and start building up their vocabulary bank. For example, if you're walking outside in the snow right now, you might say, "Hey honey, look at the snow on the ground. It's glistening and it's sparkly and it looks soft and fluffy, isn't it? Let's go touch it. Is it cold, kind of freezing your fingers, numbing your fingers?" So you can see that I'm adding interesting words that we don't use every day, words that are a little bit more advanced. And it's okay to use those words as long as you give a quick explanation. For example, you might say, "Hey, the snow is glistening." Glistening means it's sparkly. That's it. So try to use a lot more sophisticated language, and you can do all of these in different languages in your first language. So it's very important to give that a try. The last thing is repetition. You will need to repeat the words, the phrases many times for your little ones to acquire it. That means to learn it. To internalize it, that means to understand the word, and to apply it, to use it. So you need to say the same word maybe even 50 times in 50 different situation and occasion for them to start using that word. You might use it but maybe about 10 to 15 times for them to understand the word, but it will take many more times before they will start using that words. So the 3 things that I really wanted you to take away with is quantity of the language, so using lots and lots of words, just talk with them. And using sophisticated words, start introducing some fancier words. And repetition, repeat those words again and again and again. Some of the activities or ways you can incorporate that include thinking aloud. For example, if you're driving or you're on the bus with your little one, just verbalize your thought. You might say, "Oh, honey, I'm thinking about dinner tonight. I'm thinking, what should we have for dinner? Yesterday, we had chicken with some vegetable, with some carrots and radishes. What should we have today? I think we might have to go to the grocery store." So you see, just by verbalizing your thinking, they get to hear A, lots more words, and B, how a grown-up process their ideas. Another way that you can try is by having conversation with them, talk with them, not giving them direction. 90% of our adult to child interaction includes direction. Put the jacket away, come to the dinner table. Let's add conversation. You might be able to tell them your day. You might say, "Today, mommy at work, I saw this old lady was trying to do something and I went and helped them." So include conversation in your interaction. And number 3, teach, explain, and use gestures. So when you're using advanced words, sophisticated words, make sure you're explaining to them what it means. And sometimes you might use your facial or your body gesture to show. Emotions are a really good way to use gesture in your facial expression. For example, you might tell them, "I'm feeling really frustrated right now." Use your face to show them that. Or you might say, "I'm kind of disappointed." So show them that with your face and your body. This is other ways that you can teach them. So I know there's lots of information this week, but I hope you spend some time thinking about it, rewatch it, and try to incorporate into your little one's day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.